welcome back to my channel, The Importance of Temperance. I'm Katie, and I hope that wherever you are in the world, you're doing super well. Now, today I'm filming outside from my computer, and the problem I'm having is as soon as I move, the lighting changes, and also behind me, the sun keeps on coming out, and then the clouds come over and rains, and then the sun comes out. So I apologize for any kind of lighting situation. And hopefully behind me you'll see there's two dragonflies that are flying and they're mating. So hopefully you'll see them flip by, and maybe you see some butterflies. Now today I've just come on because I've been away for yonks, and I haven't sort of done a video about what I'm doing with my life and what's happening and things like that. So I thought I'd come on and do a quick ramble, and just to talk about a few new things that I have accidentally acquired, and it was unexpected. And also I'm super excited because today finally I purchased the Marea Tarot, which is by Marsha, and I will link down below. I purchased it because finally she has it up on her Etsy shop. And practically the story behind this deck, it was a Kickstarter project, and obviously by the time that I sort of got with the plan, they'd already all been sold out. And then I put myself on the waiting list for it, and finally the shipment came in. So she said there were going to be like 500 decks available once again. She's going to put them up on Etsy. She's going to fulfill the other orders from her Kickstarter members. So finally, like, I went on the 21st, they were there, and they didn't ship to Australia. And I thought, oh, bummer. I've been waiting for this deck for like 3 months. I saw it on a walkthrough when the first decks came out. It's a Thoth-inspired deck, and it is amazing. And Nadi from Nadi Way has a walkthrough on her channel, and she absolutely adores it. Now, it is a Thoth deck, and it's very faithful to the original. It's just the artwork her artwork is phenomenal, and it's so brightly colored. Anyway, long story short, I contacted Marsha on Instagram, and I said, hey, I've been waiting for this deck for so long. I've been on the waiting list. You emailed me the other day to tell me it was available, but when I went on Etsy, you don't ship to Australia. She's in Italy. I said to her, how about you check how much it would cost with Italian Post to send it. It was like 46 euros, which would be like 100 Australian dollars, which is insane. Already the deck costs like 140 Australian dollars, right? And I'm prepared to pay that. I don't care. That's fine. It's just the bloody shipping, mate. I mean, it is nuts. Anyway, backwards and forwards. That was too much. Then I texted you, Simon, on Instagram to ask if it would be okay for me to send them to you, and then you send them to me. But the shipping to the UK is insane anyway. So I'm guessing then the shipping from the UK to me would be nuts. And then I contacted my girlfriend in Italy. Anyway, long story short, I got up this morning and there was a message from Marsha on Insta telling me that she'd put it up with shipping, and I just went in and it was like 51 Australian dollar shipping, and I said, yeah, whatever, I'm getting it. So I bought it with Klarna, which is super handy. So super excited for that. And once I get the deck, I will do a walkthrough of it. I also went up to my mum's. So I was away for about 10 days. And we finally had this family reunion up at my mum's place. She lives in northern Victoria, and a beautiful spot called Mount Beauty. And it's kind of, oh, did you see the dragonflies? They're mating. They're doing the dance of love, or the flight of love. And finally we got all together with the family. Now, it's 2 years in the making, because we were meant to all be up there 2 years ago in November, and there were floodings happening across Victoria, and my auntie and my cousins didn't feel safe to come up on the roads and stuff, so I was there by myself with my mum 10 days, which was great, but we were meant to be all together. So between this and that and COVID, and you know, me being in Queensland, then being down in Melbourne, we haven't really spent some quality time all together as a family since before COVID. We have seen each other, but very briefly. Like, I go down to Melbourne and it'll be like 3 or 4 days, and it's just like very quick, and we're not all together in the same place for a long time. So 5 days we were together, and it was just really nice. We hired this big place. Mum's friend has this beautiful kind of lodge cabin thing that, you know, sleeps up to 12 people. Massive, beautiful kitchen where we can all cook together. Nice big lounge area, play area, and it's got all the outsides, and you can go for beautiful walks. There's a river, and it was really great weather. So 5 nights up there, that was really super cool. And then I headed down to Melbourne with my cousins, and was down in Melbourne for 4 days, managed to catch up with my friends and hang out with my family and celebrate my cousin's birthday. Yeah, so it was just really, really nice to reconnect with everyone. My 2 cousins are like my brother and sister, so they're my auntie, who is my mum's sister, kids. So I have a very small family in the sense that it's mum and my dad has been out of the picture for a long time, and he passed away about 4 years ago. My side of the family, which is mum and my cousins, which are my auntie and uncle's kids, they are like my brother and sister, and they both have 2 boys each. And of course, these boys have grown so much in the meantime that, you know, I've missed out on many birthdays and celebrations and Christmases. So yeah, it was just really nice to go down and hang out with them. And mum has, you know, all her sort of garage set up as a garage sale. So she's got all this stuff out there that she doesn't use, and she's been meaning to do this garage sale for ages, and then she's got everything set up, but she doesn't organise herself. And so she invited the family to come down on her last day before driving back to Melbourne to see what we wanted. So she's got, you know, all sorts. And in a drawer, right, she found some tarot cards. Now, this is the JJ Swiss, which I've always kind of wanted, and now finally I have. Now, it's a bit worse for wear, but yeah, so super happy about that. The quality of the cards is a bit shite because I think it's sort of like been subject to flooding, waters, heat, and hence the backs are a little bit faded. I don't know if you can see, this lighting is a bit of a shocker. You see that? Anyway, so I've got that. And then I've got this other deck called the Marixou de Goulet. I don't know. And it's another Marseille deck, but it's super pretty. These are the backings. And it's very super colorful. Now, I don't know if any of you guys know this deck, but let me just read in here what it says. It's by Le Fournier, apparently, because it's got a little Le Fournier kind of, you know, like booklet, you know, those fold-out booklets. And, yeah, so the problem with this is that it's missing one card. It's missing the Ace of Wands, unfortunately. But I find it so colourful. I don't know if we can see that, but I'll try and adjust it when I'm doing the editing. But it's so pretty. And the cardstock is very kind of flimsy, but it's bendy, so, and it kind of smells like old school. So Mum doesn't remember if these are cards that she actually got in Italy or not. That she brought over from when she was living in Italy. She didn't even remember that she had them in the drawer. But yeah, so this was like a bonus. I didn't expect these at all. Very cute. Unfortunately, I'm missing one card, but that's okay. And they sort of came in this like disheveled box. So I don't know if any of you know this. And then another one is this one here, which I have no clue what deck that is. It's another Tarot de Marseille. So now I've got like all these Tarot de Marseilles, but the JJ Swiss I'm kind of like stoked about because, I mean, obviously by watching Simon's channel, like he's always going on about the JJ Swiss, and I've always wanted to get one, and I find the imagery really cool as well, and I love the pips. So those are sort of decks that have come into my life, which is super good. Now I'll just show you. I don't know if it says here, made in Hong Kong. So I think this is kind of like a cheaper deck. But I really like the artwork. Can you see that? Is that too dark? Look at that. I mean, the cardstock is so flimsy, but it's really pretty. And this is kind of like lighting. Here we go. That's the Empress. Three of Cups. So even though it's kind of like a Tarot de Marseille, a bit pippish. There you go. If I come closer to the camera, you can see. But really pretty colors. Look at that. Look at the sun. That's so cute. I love that sun. Look at the full. Yeah, so these are, and so just to sort of show you what that's the 8, yeah, that wands. So it's kind of got wands down the bottom, the Roman numeral up the top. So it is pippish. It's like a little bit of a tarot deck, I say, but it's kind of illustrated. Oh, look at that deck card. So I don't know what this deck is. These are the backs. So if anybody knows, let me know in the comments. Look at this Ace of Cups. That's so cute. Very, very cute. So now I've got these 3 decks, and I've got another deck on the way, which I'm super excited for. And to be honest, that's a lot of money, like 200 Australian dollars on a deck. Yeah, given that that includes shipping and stuff, but you know, it's cray-cray. So I think that that will be kind of my last deck for a while, just because, you know, I can't really sustain, you know, I mean, I also must admit that I'm a bit decked out in the sense that I feel that I've got a lot of the decks that I wanted. I don't have a massive collection, but you know, like, you can have overkill, and I'm already struggling as it is to use all my tarot decks. So now I'm forcing myself to every month use a deck, because otherwise I just reach for I love the feel of this. It feels rough as guts, right? But there's something that had like mud on it and all this sort of stuff. So I'm sort of like with your sort of, you know, those natural oils in your hands, I'm trying to sort of like give a bit of that so it sort of softens up. But it's got that worn look, which I, you know, don't mind at all. Then of course, my little pouch. This is the Mad Witch pouch that the lovely Giselle made for my Voyager Tarot. It's gorgeous, it's beautiful, I love it, it's colourful, it's just exactly what I wanted. And then another few ones that I've gotten are these little tarot pouches that I've got on Etsy. Now they're very super cute because I have the box for my, I mean, I tend to keep all my my tarot cards in the boxes, but my Piatnik one, it's such a tight fit that I struggle every time to pull them out of the tight box and put them back in. These are the backs. So I thought I'd get this little, it's so cute, it's so simple, it's lined with beautiful fabric. Look at that fabric in there. And so it's just simple, and you just like slot it in there. And I found it on Etsy. She's a lovely lady down in Tasmania, and she does free shipping for us in Australia, which is awesome. And they're not very expensive. They're like $25 for a pouch, and really well made, really good quality, really pretty materials, you know, fully lined. And these, you know, these little bands, she sort of either does matchy or, you know, she does kind of like something that stands out. And then I got my special sparkly warkly pouch for my wonderful tarot of the 3rd millennium, and this has got like colorful insides, and this is my out of print deck, Tarot of the 3rd millennium. I've spoken about this deck, and I kind of discovered that I think this could possibly be a soul deck, right? I was thinking that the other day because it kind of speaks to me. But this month I am playing with my Mushroom Oracle and the Mystic Masters, which is an indie deck designed by Danny Mystic. So I'm playing around with those at the moment. It's sparkly warkly. That was super cute. What else is new? Oh, today it says, give yourself much more credit. And I feel that I've been going through the ringer a bit of late, and feeling a bit sorry for myself. And when you go into victim mode a bit, and I've been getting cards just sort of coming out for me to kick my ass a bit and saying, realistically, you've got everything you need. The answers that you seek and the things that you want, you've already got. They're within. So stop, whinging about shit. There are no problems. You have no problem. You think you have problems. The problems you're creating on your own. So the realization that sometimes we just assume that things are not going our way, or that we don't have what we need, or we think we want something but we don't really need that thing that we think that we want. Or for me at the moment, it's a lot about work and not getting seen, or not getting appreciated, for the hard work that I put in and for the energy that I bring. I don't feel like there's like a sort of like an energy exchange that fulfills me. But at the end of the day, I don't need really external validation. I go to work, I do my work, I get paid, I get great customer feedback, my customers love me, I have fun, I enjoy my job. The only problem that I have is that my job, I want more hours, and they just won't give me more hours. And the promises they make to you, oh, well, if your KPIs are great and you sell and you make money and you're doing what you get rewarded with more hours. But they don't, because what happens is, because there's 3 or 4 casuals, what they then excuse themselves is oh, we have to make everyone happy. So then you don't get the more hours, not based on your KPIs, even if your KPIs are fantastic. So I'm getting the same sort of hours or less, because we have to distribute all the hours amongst ourselves. Whereas then you see the injustice of it, because the people that they like, they'll give more hours to. So it's all this stuff, and it's frustrating. It niggles me, it triggers me, and because I'm someone who kind of always takes things a bit personally, and I know that we shouldn't be taking things personally, but I do, because I'm a hard worker. When I go to work, I give 120%. I do a lot of things that other people don't do, because I have this eye for detail, and being a Virgo, I'm a bit anal retentive, and so if there's something that is out of place, or isn't hung properly, or is dusty, or whatever, I go and do that. And no one else kind of does that kind of thing. They're all kind of a bit all about doing the sales and concentrating on the sales, and not so much the cleaning of the store. I work in retail. It's a small store. I sell bathers, so when it's a rainy, a windy, stormy day, people don't come in and buy bathers. I'm lucky because I live in Queensland, where the weather is mainly sunny and happy and nice, except for the past 3 days where it's been stormy. But anyway, so I'm rambling, but I just sort of thought that I need to be my own validator. I don't need external validations. I need to take accountability and responsibility for my own worth. And if my bosses don't appreciate me and don't say a thank you, or don't appreciate my hard work, it doesn't mean that I'm not doing a great job. And so I have to rely on myself, that I know that I'm doing a great job, and that every single customer I serve always says thank you for your help, appreciates my work. They have fun with me, they trust me, because bathers are one of those intimate things that you kind of get in someone's personal space. A lot of ladies are still insecure about their bodies, so you need to be a little bit nuanced. You need to be a little bit more what's the word I'm looking for, compassionate, maybe. But it's not even compassion, it's just relating to someone and making them feel safe, right? So that's my job. It's not just me selling a couple of things. I'm actually psychologically working on women who have some body issues, and I'm in the fitting room saying how wonderful they look, finding them the perfect fit, because we're all different, our body shapes are all different. I deal with ladies of all ages. I deal with ladies who come in and might have breast removed because of cancer, and all these things, right? So I love it. I enjoy it so much. I really love my customers. I love my job. I just don't like the internal politics when it comes to, you know, promising you things and them never delivering, even though they are making money, even though they are making a profit, even though I am making my figures and I'm doing everything right. So that's frustrating to me. So this card here comes to me, give yourself more credit, and I think all of us should give ourselves a little bit more credit, because we are actually perfect just the way we are. We are here for a reason. We all have a divine purpose. We're all part of the big puzzle. We all have something to contribute, and we just need to remind ourselves when we're feeling a little bit low and having a bit of lack of self-esteem that we are worthy and we do work hard and we do deserve, and it's up to us to actually appreciate ourselves more, because once we love ourselves and we give ourselves some self-love, then, you know, we don't need anybody else to actually validate that, because your cup overfloweth, so to speak. So that was a very long ramble. Thank you if you hung out with me right to the end. Yeah, so just to sort of let you know where I'm at, what's happening in my life, new things, tarot wise, and also I have to catch up on the tarot majors. So I have to get on top of that. I have to do the lovers, and I think we're up to the chariot now. I really quickly did the Hierophant before I left for Melbourne, and sometimes I find it a bit of a struggle to get on and do some content, but here I am. Alright everyone, thank you so much for watching, for liking, for subscribing. I appreciate you all, and until my next one, ciao Melanie!